All right, we're doing the first official trip of the year. And we're ready to go. Beautiful day. Well, we stopped in Notre-Dame-de-Pont-Main to get fuel. The gas here is 154.9. I bet it's cheaper in Perrin. It was 121 at home. Finally a beautiful day, and only 6 more hours to go. Alrighty, we're rolling into Perrin. I'm curious as to what the price of gas is here. Holy shit, she's full. It's like fishing. Oh, we can't see the sign because it's blocked by a truck, but it is 165.9. Holy shit! It was 121 in town. Alright, I guess we'll be using our gas for the trip back. Alright, we're in beautiful Perrin. Is there a chopper there? Nope, no chopper. That means fire's low. 7 hours on the nose. First daylight we've had in sunlight we've had in 2 weeks. And we're going to go and make sure the camp is still there before we get too carried away. But it's all good. So those are the branches I cut off in the wintertime when they were flush with the snow. They're like 2 feet high now. I have to move the stuff out of the way to get the Argo up here, I think. But no sign of any four-wheelers here, so hopefully the camp is in good shape. Up on the camp. Looks like it's still there. Those rocks will be gone in no time with my miracle chemical formula. Oh no, she's in good shape. Hopefully the Argo works and we'll get most of that stuff in today. Holy shit, it's like work here. Anyway, she looks good. So we'll get the stuff in. Oh, the water's nice and high. That's a good sign. We made it in. The camp's in perfect shape, or as perfect as it's going to get. The water is very high. We'll go take a look. And the batteries are at 80%. And we turned it off in April when we came up, so we're good. The dog's getting a drink. I might get a drink, and we're going to get the fridge going. Then we have to go back and get the Argo going and get the shit out of the truck. The end. Alright, the Argo battery is getting 20 amps of love here. Hopefully it'll start. The water is pretty much as high as it gets here. Holy crap. Look at that.
Yep. And you can see this rocks, right?
All those rocks we should have taken out when the water was low.
Yep.
Camp's in good shape. The structural moss is holding. The boat survived the winter. And those shitty Canadian Tire sawhorses held up the board in the middle. So she's all good. Now we're going to check the rock. The water, she's high low. Which is good. We got the plane in here, no problemo.
Wow, it's high. Holy shit.
Our Charlie Brown Christmas tree is doing good. All good. With a little bit of love and a little bit of Motor Master battery charger, the fuel injected baby started up because you can't beat fuel injection. Those aren't going to make the trip. Those have to come off. But we'll see how much we can get in one load here. All right, I just drive these things. But Sharon's gonna get rid of this log that's in the way here. Go back here. Oh, look, it's jammed. Time from the bottom. This is the after picture, but we got all this stuff in with one load on the Argo. And only one flat tire. My tires are on the wrong way because they were set up for tracks, but we'll fix that later. And the dog's eating the ice, full of oil. So the truck was packed to the rafters, and that's how much we got out on the first run. So we'll definitely get the rest of this shit out, minus the wood, gas, and propane. And that rat baby.
Right.
There's nothing in the back seat of importance. Well, we made it with load number 2. She's loaded there. The only thing left on the truck is the gas, propane, and the siding for inside. It's starting to rain a wee bit. Bobby's drill made it. I'm gonna kill those rocks. And everything is good. Well, that's 2 out of 3 loads from the truck. And now Sharon just has to put all that shit away. Giggity. Alright, day 1 of holidays. Dog is getting settled in. And project number 1 is I took the support logs off that thing. It's bent a bit. I gotta hook the battery up and see if it'll start tracking. Then we're gonna try and paint the deck because it's pretty well fuckered up here. Then we're gonna get the water going. Then we're gonna get the boat going. Then we're gonna go fishing. And I need to grease everything on that. "8:30 in the morning. It tilted over once I hooked the battery up. It's only making 37 watts because the sun is not up yet. But we'll see what she maxes out at today. Project number 2, we're taking the old water pump out and putting in a huge water pump. Double the capacity. Okay, this project is done inside. New pump, 5.5 gallons a minute versus 3 something. So now we'll hook the water line up and see what happens. So we're setting up the hot tub with the new replacement here because the old one's dangerous. And it's saying there's a ground fault. Which doesn't make sense because there's no ground here. But anyway. Turn the generator on and see if it's just because we're on the inverter. Well, it's like 9 o'clock at night. We're listening to Billy Strings and the frogs here in beautiful Quebec. And making hamburgers with the frogs and Billy Strings. Worst ways to spend a Monday night. Day 2 here of official holidays. I got the little 4-wheeler out. We got the hot tub set up, the heater set up. We got the water installed. I'm gonna go look at the boat now. Get it going. Here's the boat. It was, we winched it up here. I don't know how I'm gonna winch it down there, but we'll figure something out. Oh, she seems to have survived the winter okay. Alright, well I think I got a plan here. This red wire that I used here is just disintegrating, so I have to rewire it. And I think I'll just run the front of the boat off of half of the 24 volt bank here for the trolling motors, and I don't need to run a wire up here. Just have to run the wire from the battery box up to the panel. That should be enough. Alright. The struggle continues. Double up on these guys for the trolling motor. So I'm not sure what 2 10 gauges equals a 5 gauge or whatever. But that old wire's gotta go. Well, that's enough spark farming for now. I got 12 volt pigtailed off to 24 volts for the trolling motor, so that'll run the front of the boat, and then the back of the boat is still going to have to rely on this wire that basically disintegrated along with the... Don't buy shit at Amazon. God, waste of time. Anyway, we'll see if the motor goes up and down. Alright, well the front part works. Now we're bringing, as in Sharon, is bringing the rest of the batteries to turn 12 volts times 2 into 24 volts for the trolling motor. It's quite a mess here, but everything's under control. Checking out the old trail, going to the beaver dam. The dog's waiting for us. Sure enough, that tree. Holy shit, look at that one. I told you there'd be trees down here. You can do it. That's our Christmas tree. It's growing good on a rock. We can't get a tree to grow on a farm with dirt, but these trees grow on rocks. Hey, the dog's going for a shit. Alright, we have made it to the beaver dam. I'm pretty sure my native friends have taken care of the beaver problem here. Haven't seen a beaver here in 10 years. Anyway, we're gonna go check the creek and see if there's any fish spawning in it. Oh, actually the dam's in good shape. Oh! There goes something. Scout, don't you go in that water. Don't go in the water. We'll go check the dam. We are approaching the dam. Oh, there's no running water here. That's not going to be good. No. In the water. Don't go in the water. Well, there's no fish in here. This is where the otters are hanging out. It's a bit of water. But not a lot. Come back with the boat and see if we can see something. What are you doing here in the water? Well, the trek to the beaver dam was uneventful. I'm gonna go back and watch the road go back. All right, you stay out of the water, buddy. He's not even touching the bottom. The water's so high.
Seems to have easier time swimming here than in the pool where you can see.
Oh, it's not a very fast swimmer anymore. It's old man.
It's gonna be 9.
You go see mom.
Shake her. Shake. 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 Look at it. Good boy. Good boy.
Okay, now shake again.
Good boy.
It's supposed to be, this looks like a clusterfuck. Only because it is.
But it's a cluster cluck.
But hopefully, I think it still floats. There's about an extra 100 pounds of wire in it now. And that rat, baby.
That's right, baby.
Alright, let's go paint that deck. Alright, so I got Sharon started on the deck. I've got the 12 volt scab power off the 24 volt done. And now I gotta hook up the 12 volt, see if the trim works. And then run a wire from that just to the console here. That's the last piece of that shitty red wire. And I gotta install a plug for the trolling motor. And then do the other end of the plug on the trolling motor. And maybe we'll get to go fishing before my holidays are over. A wee bit of MacGyver in here. So this red wire is just crap. But let's see what happens here. The bilge pump works. Live wall works. Oh yeah, trim works. Woohoo! Alrighty, well, we'll get this hooked up. Cut that shit off. It's just rotten. Like it falls apart. And what else? I do that. I gotta put a switch up there to kill the 12 volts, and then put the 24 volt batteries in, and hopefully it'll float. We're back from boat repairs and checking on deck operations. Ooh, look at that nice oil paint. You have enough paint?
Yeah, I'll just the brush.
Alrighty, well, everything's installed. I fired up the motor, it actually runs. I gotta figure a way to get the winch to winch this baby out. I think if I do a loop from that tree around to the front, and then back to another tree, and then use the winch to tighten it up, that might push out. Or I got turn. Either way, it'll be good. But it started up, so hopefully we'll catch a fish tomorrow. Alright, day 2 of holidays. My project is done. The boat's ready to roll. Sharon's just finishing off the deck here. It's a perfect job. That's cool. The dog's tied up so he doesn't walk on the deck. And we're gonna have to figure some way to do it in the hot tub. Day 3 of official holidays. The top of the deck is painted. I worked all night on that. Now we're going to use up the rest of the paint on the sides. We're making buku power here with the solar. The batteries are basically all charged by noon every day. So that's good. And Sharon's gonna finish this baby up. So I'm gonna try. Got a rope on that tree and a rope on this tree. I'm gonna put the winch and just try and pull the nose back and see what happens. And before I do that, I'm gonna check the oil in the foot with this famous invention here. And then we'll get going on that. Alright, there's a rope on that tree. It goes through the loop at the front, comes back here, goes to this tree, and theoretically, if I pull on this trigger, it's moving. This might actually work. Well, it's a two-man job here, but I'll take a crack at it. Almost got her. And by almost, I mean it's not even touching the water yet. Well, she's in. It works good. Tilt works. Water pump works. A little winch. Save the day. Clean up the mess here and get the seats and stuff and head out. More spark farming to get the trolling motor connector wired up to fit the new system down there. It's from China, so I'm going to regret it in a year, I'm pretty sure. Oh, the trolling motor is installed. The new plug is wired up down there. And we're going to go check on the main camp and make sure it's still there. Oh, Sharon's untying us here. And GPS is working. Looks like we've been here a couple of times before. Like about 500 times. Alrighty then, we just made it up here. The little boat does 20 miles an hour with a bit of a tailwind, which is all good. So the cabin is still there. I'm not sure what that blue thing is. Maybe a barrel came off the roof, or I don't know.
I think it's the tarp on top of the barbecue.
So the water is high. That's all that's left of that big rock is just a couple of rocks on top. We're gonna try and make a beaching operation here with the team. With the dog, who's gonna jump as soon as he thinks he can make it. And we really should take that old boat out and 12 gauge some holes in it. Send it down to Dave Jones' locker. All right, here we go. Well, the Eagle has landed. The lockup is in one piece. The water is very high. All right, this is one small step for man and one giant leap for me after 3 beers. Oh, there we go. Lockup is good.
That's supposed to be on it.
Yeah, let's put it in the tree. Canoe's still there. Barrels are still up there. The tin looks awesome. People pay money to get that full look there. We have the real thing. All right. The shitter is still there. Alrighty, the wood is still here. Oh, it's hot in here. Oh, it's hot. That was open, good. Woo. Uh-oh. I don't know how that goes on that one. There's a little bit of mouse shit, but we're just going to be quiet and take a video. It's a little bit of shit on the counter, but not too bad. A little bit of floor issues here. Yeah, something's been in here, but it was small. Oh, the door's open. I don't remember that being open. Anyhow, it looks good. Beautiful view. No, there's nothing wrong with the camp. Everything is good. Well, this concludes our visit to the main camp. Now we're gonna go to the launch. Make sure there's boats and stuff still there. Oh, she's running over the guys. Anyway, it's all good. The water's just really high. Well, it's got to be 100 degrees here. We're leaving the camp. And we're gonna head to the launch. Scout, get over here, you can pal. Get over here.
Come on, baby.
All right, let's roll. Well, the Eagle has landed here. The water's like crazy high. I'm not even sure I could get the plane in here unless got some trees down there. Anyway, we'll check on the boats and we'll check on the trailer and check on the road. Ain't that right?
That's right.
Well, here's the launch. The water should bay high. All right, the Sylvan is here. Bob boat is here. Floyd's boat is here. The camp's boat is here. And Castleman's boat is here. It's pretty good. And the road's pretty dry, actually. Oh, looks like a spot there. But whoever fixed this did a good job. A little low spot there. Hey, my trailer is still there. That low spot is still there. We could fill that in. My trailer for the other boat is there. So hopefully the other trailer is there too. Alrighty, well that's a good sign. The trailer is still there. I have to get that back to town. She needs a good coat of paint. Nope. You must have brought it back. Well, it's underwater now, then.
Yeah, you said you'd never use it because
The hell's that? Anyway, is the spare still there? Oh, there's the spare right on. All right. I'm not sure if it rained a lot, but it doesn't look like anybody's been down this road in quite a while. Yeah, so that wet spot coming in is still pretty nasty. Yeah. There's a culvert there. I suspect it's for here. But... yeah, there's probably no easy way through here. Yeah. Anyway, that'll be tough. I suspect that's what that culvert's for. Yeah. After him for something. Move that truck. Alrighty, back at the launch. I booked the launch back to the cabin for lunch. Anyway, all the boats are here. Day 4 of holidays. Boats loaded up. We're gonna go out for the first fish of the year. We still can't fish in here because it's part of the spawning grounds. We can't get in there until, we can't fish in here until Saturday. So away we go. Well, it's our first day fishing out here and it sucks. We're not showing any fish on the fish finder. The water's really high and it's still spawning. You can see the water is only about a foot below the all-time high water mark. We've seen like 2 fish on the fish winder. Alright, well, we stopped for a pee. The water's still really high. We didn't catch any fish. We're gonna go and fillet a hot dog for supper, for lunch. But it's beautiful here. It's not that fast down. Well, it looks nice, but a sundog generally means lots of precip in the air, so we'll see what happens. Well, it's Friday night here. We're not seeing a lot of fish, but lots of smoke. Well, that's not fog, that's the smoke from Ontario and I guess Manitoba. Okay, well, here we are at Leech Beach. It's substantially smaller. It normally goes out about 20 feet. So we're at the falls in the spawning ground where we can't fish, and that's where all the, holy shit, look at all the fish. They're all in here. Well, this won't start for some reason. That could probably be the problem. I tell you, Bobby, this is the best four-wheeler I've got. Battery is dead. Put the choke on, turn the fuel on, first pull it started. Well, it's a miserable day here, Saturday. First day of official fishing past the spawning ground. And we'll get out there, but right now this show is starting. Well, I'm not sure if that's enough holes, but that's about as many holes as I got in me for today. Here's a test batch of the slurry. We'll see how it works on there. She's filled up there, and we'll see what happens in a couple hours. It's got good table manners. Well, it's pouring rain out, and the squirrel's using the umbrella on the picnic table. Saturday, it's gone from 28 degrees to like 8 degrees. It's freezing. So it's stay inside and work inside. The water's still going up, I think. Hey, what are you doing out there? Ooh, look at him working that tail. Ooh! Well, it's Thursday. We're rolling in here. There's been rain all week. It's finally a good day. There's tons of smoke from the forest fires. Got the Starlink here so I can do some work. And Sharon's got 2 pickerel and I've got nothing. Oh yeah, I got a pike. He took my lure. This is the before picture for the Dexpan, and hopefully it looks a lot different tomorrow than the after picture. How cold is it? Oh, it's not cold. There's steam everywhere. All right, we got the reverse osmosis system going here, and we'll fill this up with nice clean water. Alrighty, so we got up to there, out of 11 liters, so like maybe 9 liters. 2 US gallons, I don't know. Well, we've come to the conclusion that there may not be enough trees up here to justify a sawmill unless we buy some from the Indians. But can barely get like a dimensional 2x3 over that, let alone a real one. But I got Sharon this draw knife for Christmas, and
She loves it.
it works pretty good. Well, maybe we just build a log cabin.
Yeah.
Or a sauna.
Yeah, I need to flip it.
All right, stand up. That works really good when it's fresh. There we go. 10 minutes later.
Look, Mom, what I did.
Yeah. So instead of trying to make a 2x4 out of it, we're going to make a
log fence.
6-inch round log out of it, and we'll use those as posts. Like it doesn't have to be square to make something. So if we had 100 more, we could make a log cabin. We need to get a round draw knife too. That worked pretty good.
That's awesome.
First load is done. The flies are very happy to see us, and I gotta head back. All right, first day back to work is done. It's like 6 o'clock, and log number 2 is on there. Why, at this rate, within a year, we'll have enough logs to build something. Looks pretty nice. That's a little bit presumptuous, isn't it?
Well, you get a big fucking nasty.
I'll give you a big spike. If he goes in on the other side, he won't get wet, eh? Well, there's a beaver there. As soon as I turn the camera on, he went under. There might have been an otter because you didn't make any noise, eh? Beavers normally flail around on the dance floor. Anyway, Monday night, we're actually seeing fish and catching fish. And don't forget dessert. Well, I've been avoiding this job. Last year I changed the carburetor. Didn't make any difference. Works for a while, then it quits. So now it's getting the ignitionectomy. Hopefully it's not too hard. Well, I found the old coil in there. So the coil's at the front and the ignition CDI's at the back. So here we go. Alrighty, I swapped the coil out and I'll put the gas tank back on, drive around for a while, and then I'll change the CDI back there. Well, Friday night, we're out here. There's not a lot of wind and a lot of smoke. we're gonna try and get over to Stefan's tomorrow and check on the pontoon boat. Well, we made it to Ibu. Got my new fuel line installed. It's not the best installation, but I think it'll run it. And now we have to throw it in the water. We're going home, so we'll leave it here and throw it back in the water next time we come up. Let's hope all the fuel lines are in this rod and this hose motor. Anyway, that's it for now. Day 20 of the adventure. I bent the wheel on the Vivor trailer again, and this time it was beyond hope. But I think I have some tires in the back of the truck that might fit this. And it is kind of ironic that I'm using all the Vivor tools here. That thing broke again. And of course the Vivor jackhammer to get the tire off. But I guess I'll start buying good stuff. Anyway, I got this piece of shit going here. I want to see if it'll make it to the truck. And if it does, I'll get the I'll get those other tires and bring them back. If they have a 3/4 inch axle, I can still do something with them. It's the first sunny day we've had in 5 days, and the flies have just been horrific. But with the sun out and a bit of breeze today, it seems to be all right. Alrighty, Friday the 13th. We've been here a long time. We're gonna go up and check on the launch and go and see if Kathy and Steve forgot anything apart from the garbage. First sun we've had in a week. Feels like. Anyway, all is good. Is that right, baby?
That's right, baby.
The first mate here is realigning the boat. We're at the launch on Friday the 13th. Hopefully that's not a omen of things to come. It is beautiful here. Sunny, hardly any wind, hardly any bugs. Day 20 here at the camp, I think. And the water's going up. Oh, what did they leave us? Some rope. It looks so exciting. Ooh, a box of wine and a box of beer. Okay, so we're June 13th. The blueberries are just getting their flowers on them. So I figure 4 weeks. And they should be perfect. Look at that. Go on, Scout, get in there. Look at the pollen. It's pollination here.
I think it's mostly from birch trees.
Well, it's from pollen.
Yeah, but
Ooh,
pollen comes from the
that
trees.
hasn't even opened.
No.
And there's 0 grams of sucra. So I'll have to put some sugar in it and make it taste good. Alrighty, Friday the 13th, we're at the main camp. We're gonna go get the garbage that some people forgot to get. The water's actually higher than it was last time, I think. But the sun, she shines. And it's the wind, she don't blow. Alright, well, you gotta fix that, guys. The water line's not in the water. It curled back up. Friday the 13th, 2:22 p.m. Nicest day we've had in a week. Checked on the main cabin, everything's good. Beautiful weather, no clouds, just overcast. Not smoke, just overcast. Sharon's back there fishing. Dog's back there eating bugs. And we're gonna slowly make our way back to the cabin. Scissors. The weather here is horrific. Alrighty, well, this trailer is fuckered. So we're gonna use the Argo to take stuff out. I took the top off so it doesn't beat itself to death in there. And we're going to take a run to the road. We're leaving tomorrow, so we'll bring all the easy stuff out now. So we'll get off to an early start tomorrow. All right, we made it back from the truck, and we tried to get the four-wheeler out, but it's bay stuck. So we need chainsaws and such. So here we go. Yeah, this is how we do it. I drive and she goes ahead. And we're trying to rescue the four-wheeler, which is hung up pretty good. Yeah, sure. Well, we've been trying to winch this baby out for the last half hour, and here's the money shot. There's no way. I gotta cut that off underneath. How the fuck did I do that? Alright, so I'm almost through the piece of wood, but now all the way to the four-wheeler is on the piece of wood, which is between the bar. So now the saw's been stuck. So now we have to put it on our side. Alrighty, well, we made it out. One little 4-inch piece of wood caused all that trouble. Gas, brake.
So this thing on this side is not a brake?
They're all brakes. Everything's brakes. Some work better than others. Here's that piece of shit fucking wheelbarrow or whatever the hell it is. It can rot in hell. Ready, baby?
Do I go here?
No, right this way. It doesn't turn very easy, eh? So you gotta sort of anticipate it.
Yeah.
Holy fuck, he's not very gentle on the throttle there. Brakes! Brakes! There you go. That concludes our extensive training program on the Kawasaki four-wheeler, which has been running really good. Okay, let go of the brakes so it doesn't seize. Go forward a bit. F for forward, yeah. Good. It hangs up in there somewhere. Or you can hang it up on that post here. So it's the day before we have to go home. It's beautiful. We rescued the four-wheeler. Sharon's well on her way to building a she shed here. She only needs about 500 more logs. But they look really nice. Yeah, I gotta put a cover on the skidoo and clean up around here. But so far, so good. Well, I guess the dragonflies have hatched. There's probably 50 of them here. Holy shit.
I love them.
Alrighty, we have 3 logs here for our woodshed. And we need at least one more. Sharon's in the mood to peel a log, so we're gonna go find a log and peel it. Nothing like peelers. Alright, that's the remnants of log number 4 and 5, I guess. So we have the 4 corner posts to make our woodshed somehow. The log number 4 on there, got things cleaned up there. The batteries are at 100%. It's been exactly 3 weeks today, and we're packing up and heading out. Of course, it's the nicest day of the year. Alrighty then, 3 weeks exactly. My last beer, thank you Steve Castleman. Of course, it's a tremendously beautiful day with no rain and hardly any mosquitoes, and that's because we're leaving. But hopefully we'll be back soon. Well, we're heading out. Not that much stuff, actually. I thought it'd be more. Hopefully we'll be back soon. All right, well, we dropped everything off at the truck. I brought the Argo back. Just gonna lock the place up, and that's a wrap. Just rolling into the Patak Gouin.
Somebody flipped over. That's what Steve was talking about. Shit.
That place is for sale for $500,000. Doesn't look very busy. Well, there's the mill. There's no cars there. They're all happy now. Rolled into beautiful downtown Parent.